Man, oh man, have I been waiting to make this video ever since My Chemical Romance had returned to touring. I cannot believe it's finally happening. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm talking about this. Yes, yes, yes. My Chemical Romance is finally gonna do an official show with the used. Let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those cool YouTube things for me. It is finally happening. I cannot believe this is happening. Yes, October 30th, The Used and My Chemical Romance will officially play together. It's right there. I clicked on it like 5 times myself just to make sure. Quick information. I don't know how long this is gonna take me to edit, but I will get you this part out first. You had to sign up for the registration. If you have not signed up, I believe it's closed already. I'm sorry I didn't get this out to you sooner. The tickets will go on sale, as you can see right here. November 21st at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's gonna be a bloodbath. But so we know how this story ends. But how did this whole quote unquote beef between the two bands start? I honestly didn't know how it happened until I started looking into it, but here we go. Exploring what the hell happened between My Chemical Romance and The Used. The year was 2005, and your favorite emo bands, The Used and My Chemical Romance, teamed up to do a cover of Queen and David Bowie's hit song Under Pressure. Burt McCracken, lead singer of The Used, and Gerard Way, lead singer of My Chemical Romance, walked onto a MTV2 stage hand in hand before hugging and breaking out in song.
This song's for the victims of the disastrous tsunami. This song was originally recorded.
Their energy levels unmatched as they pumped up the crowd together. From first playing together in 2002, that was a question I had. How long have they been playing together? Touring Europe in 2003, and Burt doing guest vocals on a track on My Chemical Romance's second album, Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. The bond between the emo brothers seemed unbreakable. Bro, did it ever. I used to remember seeing videos of those guys everywhere growing up. Gerard once called Burt one of the few people he connected with while on the road, while Burt praised My Chemical Romance, and Gerard saying, I can't get enough of those guys. Gerard Way has been such a huge support for me in so many ways. After the 2004 Warped Tour, this is where things start to get out of hand. This is where their partying got the better of them. Burt and Gerard were dubbed the Toxic Twins due to their hard partying ways. Fans got used to seeing the two giggling in interviews, hugging on stage, and generally having what appeared to be the time of their lives. But then after the bands collaborated on Under Pressure, releasing it in April 2005, things took a turn. But what actually happened? Okay, one thing I want to tell you guys before I continue with this, they actually did the cover. That cover did not come out until April, right? They actually headlined the Taste of Chaos tour together in the early spring, right before that cover came out. So all of this stems after the cover came out. By November of 2005, it appeared the tight friendship between the two bands and the Toxic Twins was all but over. With Burt telling Kerrang in an interview, the pair were no longer talking. At the end of 2005, Blunt, which is it's Blunt, which is this website that I'm using, interviewed Gerard while he and the band were touring Australia with Green Day, and asked about the Burt feud rumors. Gerard shrugged it all off. He goes on to say, the thing about Burt is he likes to joke. Gerard says he's a joker. He makes a lot of stuff up. I read that thing. It's not true, so I feel like anybody who engineered a feud is money driven. Gerard then said all it takes is to pick up the phone and settle something. You don't need somebody to find out on a website that they're not your friend. You know what I mean? That's just clearly a situation to draw attention. There's nothing wrong with him and me. So in Gerard's mind, they were still friends by that point. And the thing goes on to say, let's fast forward 2006. I don't want to read that because that doesn't matter. But then it goes, when Burt was asked about things in 2006, he confirmed the bands were no longer speaking. I prefer not to say anything about My Chemical Romance except that we had a falling out, he said. We don't speak at all anymore. We used to be very close, but no more. Okay, and then it goes on to that this doesn't matter. So they had the falling out by the end of 2005. Then we go. One thing I want to mention before I move forward, in 2004, the band released the song Take It Away. And there's a lyric in that song is very famous. We lost all down in Chemical Romance. And Burt has refused to sing those words. And I'll leave a few examples here. I'll put them in the video. Here's one. Here's the other. So as you can see there, Burt refuses to say those words. Then in 2007, the band released a song called Pretty Handsome Awkward, which was sort of a diss track towards Gerard Way. And I didn't put this in my notes, but it's also rumored that The Sharpest Lives is My Chemical Romance's answer to that, which is about Burt. And a little fun fact, people think they haven't played show together, but they have. They just don't acknowledge each other because they both were on the 2022 and 2024 versions of the When We Were Young festival. Of course, My Chemical Romance headlining both of those shows, and they used playing an earlier slot. But now, Burt has recently opened up about the falling out. We're gonna look at that right here. Burt McCracken spills about the Used and My Chemical Romance beef. The Used frontman Burt McCracken sat down with Steve-O for a Wild Ride podcast episode released on October 17th and chatted about it. The only reason I have not talked about this before is because I didn't see no end to it, because to me this was a meaningless rivalry. But now, since I know they're going to play together, to me it's worth covering. I'm telling you guys. The singer noted that the Used took My Chemical Romance out on their first tour. We've had this long-standing joke that we were frenemies. It's only coming from my side. See, remember on the other report it says that it's not true. Like, it's whatever. Like, Burt has since agreed that it was all him. Steve-O then noted that MCR frontman Gerard Way got sober well ahead of McCracken. When people get sober, they gotta step back from the party scene. McCracken agreed, sharing, and I didn't understand that at that time. And I was like, he's trying to tell me that I'm up. So that's where that, like, to me, it stemmed from like, you're not better than me type of thing. Like, that's what he felt Gerard was coming from, in my opinion. Frankly, in the moment, it just felt personal to McCracken, who was in active addiction. We were good makeout buddies, the singer joked. He adds that he and Way have talked since and are actually chill with each other. He also dared My Chemical Romance to take the Used out on tour. Our fingers are crossed. He's an amazing human being, super talented, creative. He does it all, McCracken noted. It's here, man. It's here. Like, I cannot believe this is how I woke up to this news, bro. I'm so excited for this. And for those interested, My Chemical Romance is doing a show with the Used on the 30th. And they will do a show with Thrice on the 31st. It's gonna be shows for the ages. Who am I gonna see in the queue for the 30th? Because as much as I love Thrice, this is the show I want to go to. And I was telling somebody, I'm like, dude, this is unfair. Oasis back, and now My Chemical Romance is doing a show with the Used. Not fair. But are you guys excited for this? Am I the only one excited for this? Let me know. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those cool YouTube things. I would really appreciate it, guys. I still can't believe it's real. Peace.